In this video, I'm going to talk about my little photo book and the quotes that I have in it. Hi my darlings, welcome to Be Strong and Love Yourself, a channel for very strong people. I'm Dasha Bisali and I created this channel to share the information that helped me to become happier. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a therapist, I don't really give advices. I just want to share information that helped me with the hope that it will help others. And today I want to show you my little cute photo book. I created it as a reminder for myself of some important things, because sometimes all we need is to be reminded in order to be happy. And I wish I would be able to share this little photo book with everyone and everyone would have it. You know, if I was a billionaire, I would print millions of copies and will send it to everyone. But unfortunately, I'm not a billionaire, so I will just talk about it. And we'll share the quotes and we'll explain why did I come up with this quote. And we'll share the things that are important to me. So first quote is, you have more than you think. And I took this picture on Lake Michigan. And as you can see, the sky was extremely beautiful that day morning. And when I looked at it, I thought that sometimes we don't notice all the beauty that we have and the nature around us. But this nature was created for us to be happy about it and to be thankful for it. And I think it's important to remember that sometimes you cannot get what you want, but you also have a lot of beautiful things around you that sometimes you probably don't notice. So it's a reminder that nature is beautiful and it belongs to all of us. My next quote is, there are no problems, there are only opportunities for growth. And with this quote, I wanted to remind myself and remind you that sometimes we can complain about some problems, but these complaints don't really help us anyhow. But if you look at the problem as opportunity for growth, you can actually create something new. You can invent something. And sometimes you can create something that other people can use as well. If we didn't have any problems, we probably wouldn't invent anything new. So a lot of great inventions, they were created just because people had problems and they wanted to solve them. And by solving them, they grew. So please use your problems for your growth. Next quote. In time of uncertainty, your trust will guide you. There is no reason to worry. You will find your way. Believe in yourself. It was a foggy day when I took this picture, and this fog kind of was like a metaphor for uncertainty. And sometimes we don't really know where we go. We cannot exactly know our future. But if you believe life, if you trust life and you believe in yourself, you become more calm and more productive. So try to, even if you don't see the picture clearly, still try to trust life and believe in yourself. When you hit the bottom, be grateful. Accumulate some energy and soar into new opportunities. Again, about opportunities. And I think that a lot of successful people became successful after they failed. If you read some books about successful people, you will notice that they suffered before they became successful, and the suffering actually helped them to find these new opportunities and to become well known and successful. And also these failures help them to help other people. And when we hit the bottom, it's a great time to start something new and to start to grow. A new beautiful day is given to you today. Try to spend it wisely. This picture I took during sunrise. I think it's a great reminder in the beginning of the day. You can look at something like this and you can think of this quote in the beginning of the day and try to be more mindful about the way you spend your time. Always be curious. I thought that these two birds, they were looking at me, they were kind of curious. That's why this idea came up to my mind. And I've been talking about curiosity on my channel a while ago. I think that when you're curious about something, it can help you to focus on this thing that you're curious about, and it can help you to achieve more success. And curiosity is a great motivation. So find something you're curious about and try to work in this area. So this quote wasn't created by me, but I really like it. I will not read the whole quote, but I will just say love is patient and is kind. And this is what God tries to tell us all the time, I think. And if you look at the photo, you can see that there is a heart, the piece of ice in the shape of heart in the lake. And I thought it was beautiful. It's like a message from God that love is all around us and love is beautiful. Experiences result in greater happiness. Collect adventures, not things. And there were studies, and I took a course a while ago about happiness. This course was from Yale University, and in this course they were talking about some researches that proved that when you spend your money on new experiences, you actually become happier rather than you just buy things. For example, if you go on vacation and create some adventures in your life, you remember about them for a longer period of time later, and you get pleasure of these adventures for a longer period of time rather than you just buy some stuff. So try to experience some adventures, find new adventures, and not just spend all your money on things. There is someone who loves you and cares about you no matter what. Be grateful for them. It's a very important reminder, especially for someone who is looking for love and maybe looking for a boyfriend, for a partner. It's very important to remember that you might have a family member, sibling, or a friend who really cares about you. But when you are in a search of someone else, you might forget about this caring person. But people who care about us, they are very important. So please remember about them and be thankful. You cannot avoid suffering, but you can always make a good use of it. And this is very important truth. Sometimes we try to push away the pain that can be in life, but by doing so, we only torture ourselves more. But when we accept suffering, we become stronger and we make good use of it. So try to accept the pain that you have, sit through it, and then you become stronger. This is your journey, your mistakes, your responsibilities. Never blame, never complain, believe in yourself. Of course, it's hard to never blame, never complain. To be honest, I dedicate time to complaints, and I have some girlfriends and my sister as well. I have specific people I like to complain to. I don't complain to everyone, and I can only complain to specific people who I know will not judge me, and they handle me, and I know that they are fine with my complaints. But in general, if you want to be happy, it's better to avoid a complaint or blame. And if you do it, at least do it mindfully as a therapy rather than something that you think will solve your problems. In reality, it's just a waste of time. Life doesn't have to be perfect in order to be beautiful. I love this photo. When I was on the lake, on the beach that day, and I saw this footprints on the sand. First I thought, oh, the beach was so beautiful, and then somebody walked, and now these footprints make the beach not that perfect. But then I looked at the photo and I thought, well, actually, these footprints make it even more beautiful. And sometimes we don't like some imperfections, and we think like, oh, I want life to be perfect. But if you look at these imperfections and with a different angle, you actually can see the beauty in them. Obstacles create value. And this is another good reminder. When we go through difficult times, it means that something great is waiting for us later. And in my life, I have a lot of proof to that. And if you don't believe it, try to look at your life at some events and see how some difficulties actually made your life better later. Can happen 5 years later, 10 years later, but obstacles actually make you stronger, and they make you more successful. This is one of my favorite quotes, and I think it's super important. It's a great reminder that I love to keep for myself. The absence of self-love is one of the main reasons of human suffering. I think that if everyone takes care of themselves, we will have less problems. But because sometimes we just are too tired or focused on something else, we're chasing something that we cannot get, that we forget to take care of ourselves, and we get too exhausted, and then we are waiting for other people to help us. No, it's very important to take care of yourself, and it will help you to become happier. Brave is not the one who never feels fear. It's the one who acts in line with their values. I think that everyone has fears. Everyone is afraid of something. But when you know that you need to do the right thing and you still do it, even though you're extremely scared, means that you are brave. That's okay to have fears, but it's not okay. Go against your values. Be prepared to catch the opportunities that life throws at you. It can happen at any moment. I love this photo. It's so playful. And it's true. Every moment you can find a new opportunity. And it's very important to remember about it and be prepared. Use your sense of humor against negative and toxic people. There are people who just like to say mean things. Well, make some jokes inside of your head. And it doesn't mean that you need to insult back these people, but think of them as of clowns. It is your moral and social obligation to love yourself and take care of yourself. It's another reminder about self-care. It's similar to the quote that I already mentioned about suffering, but I think it's an important reminder. So if I look through this book, Photobook, I want to be reminded about self-care twice. This too shall pass. So this is not my quote, it's a very well-known phrase, but I decided to keep it in my photo book because I believe it's true, and nothing is permanent. And when you experience pain and suffering, you need to remember that it will not last forever, and it's very important not to just run away from your pain and numb the pain, but when you keep in mind that it will pass, when you remember about it, you can see through it, and again, you can become stronger, and you help yourself to learn how to handle difficult situations. You are a sculptor, and your life is your masterpiece. And I got the idea for this quote from my own picture because it reminds me of some statue or sculpture. And the idea is that whatever you do in your life, the way you spend your time affects your life, and it's up to you to decide how do you spend your time, what are you focusing on. and you can build something really beautiful if you focus on the right things. Okay? With our words and actions, we set up examples for those around us. I think it's just important to remember. What I like about this photo is the reflection of the sky that you can see in the lake. And I think that if you are negative and angry, you kind of make other people negative around you negative and angry, and people most likely will not like you. And if you are nice and kind to people, most of the times you will have good relationships with people. Of course, there are exceptions, but in general, the way we treat other people, they treat us. God works in mysterious ways. Walk by faith, not by sight. Sometimes I get scared and I get upset about things especially when I want something and cannot get it. But then I think, okay, it means that God has some other ideas for me, and I just need to trust Him and wait to see where He will lead me. Be the sunshine that melts the frozen hearts. It's up to you. You can be cute, positive, kind, and compassionate, and send some positivity to other people, the sunshine, and it will help people around you be happy as well. Loneliness comes from within. It feels like it depends on others, but in reality, you are the one who controls it. And we feel lonely not when we are alone, but we feel lonely when we don't have the amount of communication that we expect. That's why introvert and extroverts, they feel lonely in different ways. For example, and maybe I will make a video about introverts and extroverts in future. But you don't feel lonely just because you are just by yourself. You feel lonely mostly because you have expectations that there will be someone with you. And when these expectations are not met, then you feel upset and lonely. So try to understand what type of relationships you need, what type of communication, and try to understand yourself first of all, and then try to build your life in line with the way you want it to be. Smiles makes you beautiful, and it makes people around you happier. I checked, and sometimes even on some calls at work, I can smile and I can see other people smiling. Of course, again, it doesn't work 100% of the times, but even if you walk on the street and you smile at someone, you can smile, another person can smile back at you. And both of you, for a second, experience a little bit of happiness. What's wrong about that? Nothing. It's cute. The best time is the time you spend with people you care about. Again, it's just a reminder. It's obvious truth. We all know about it. But sometimes we just forget to spend time with people that we love, that we care about. And we get too busy with work or with solving some problems. But people are very important. And there are people you have more connection with, and it's very important to spend time with people that you are somehow connected in some not physical way. Sometimes all you need to do is to be patient. This is just a reminder when something bad happens, when you're waiting for someone. In some situations, you cannot do anything, and you just need to wait, and it's okay. I don't know about you, but I truly enjoy simple pleasures, like a cup of tea in a rainy day. Isn't it nice just to drink tea and to listen to the rain? How often do we do it? How often do we really stop and enjoy this cup of tea? I hope you do it often. Maybe success should be measured by how much light we bring into this world. Maybe it shouldn't be measured just by money or by your social status. Maybe it is something that you give to others. Your smile, your kind words, your compassion, your understanding. If you give all these things to a lot of people, of course you will be successful. And very important, last but not least, always, always believe in miracles. I do believe in miracles, and I know only good things are waiting for me in future. I mean, there will be some little bad things, but they will help me to grow. In future, I want to create a bigger photo book, but for now it has 30 pages. It's like 30 days in a month. In some months, in some months 31, but and I kind of can remind myself every day about something, and sometimes I just can't take it and read it. So what I recommend you to do is maybe try to write down quotes by yourself. Maybe create your own photo book. You don't have to print it the way I did. You can just create something online, or you can do it in your own phone. And when you feel upset or you don't know what to do, take your quotes, take your reminders, and I hope they will help you. Or just watch this video again. I want to wish you a lot of love and a lot of happiness, a lot of health, and just be more adventurous and maybe even a little bit crazy, but not too much, in a good way, you know. That's it. If you like my video, please give it a give it a like. If you like it, give it a like. But I will be very thankful if you share my videos and subscribe, hit notification button, because it helps with YouTube algorithm. And I do want to grow my channel, not for myself, but just to share love and positivity with more people. So if you believe that my content can help someone, please share it. And please be strong and love yourself. Love wins always.